Chapter 60. I have a little knowledge on array formation. Behind them, there were still a few evil spirits attacking. Big Smart resisted with difficulty, and the injured elderkin also held a long saber to help. However, it was obvious that the two of them were powerless. Throw this girl out for them to eat. You guys break the array first. The three of us are not enough. Chang Sunji shouted. Beside him was Ah Dong, who was not on good terms with him, and the woman who had arranged a room for San Shi. The three of them were all late-stage Shi refinement or Kane cultivators. But when their Dharma artifacts struck the array formation barrier, they only created a circle of ripples and could not break the array formation. No, Bai is afraid of pain. San Bei sobbed in fear. Chang Sunji, even if you sacrifice her, it will only delay the ghosts for a few breaths. Do you think a Kane cultivator can break the barrier in that time? Ah Dong frowned. If we don't have the strength to break the array, we might as well kill a few more evil spirits. Then we might be able to hold on until reinforcements arrive. Persist my ass in not interested in putting my life to save someone else's. Chang Sunji cursed. Hurry up. Sanjia, if you don't do it, I will throw you out. Sanjia's expression was ugly as she raised her sword with difficulty. Don't be afraid. Second sister will be very swift. It won't. She covered her sister's mouth and wiped her neck. Stop. A long sword with flames flew out from the darkness. It knocked Sanjia's sword down and stabbed into the ground. At the same time, a fireball landed in front of the evil spirit and blew up one of them. The remaining few also became much more illusory, reducing the pressure on Big Smart and Old Kin. Sanshi appeared in the black fog and looked at Sanjia coldly. You are so heartless that you can even kill your own sister. When Sanjia saw Sanshi, her face turned pale. For the first time, she was unable to retort. Seventh brother, Bei is scared. San Bei burst into tears. Young master, Big Smart was pleasantly surprised that Sanshi appeared safely. He must have killed the two evil spirits. Swoosh, a pair of eyes looked over. Who's causing trouble? Chang Sunji, who was furious, turned around and realized that it was Sanshi. He said in shock, "You're still alive. I've died more than 30 times. How can I not be dead?" Sanshi muttered in his heart and stared at the other party coldly. You want to kill my sister? HMPH, is there a problem with killing a burden? STSK, I think you're more suitable to feed them. You're strong, so you can be eaten for a while longer. Sanshi walked over with a cold gaze. Sanshi, if you dare to attack me, everyone here will die. Chang Sunji laughed sinisterly. Sanshi frowned. He looked at his father and Bei, who was crying in fear, and stopped in his tracks. It was important to escape now. He would kill this person sooner or later. Hiding his killing intent, he said calmly, if you want to get out, follow my method. Although he was only at the beginner level of array formations, he had a little knowledge about breaking array formations. As long as he found the weak point of the array formation, he would be able to achieve twice the result with half the effort. Chang Sunji led his men to attack the strongest part of the array formation. Not to mention a mere Chi refinement cultivator. Even with a foundation establishment cultivator, it would be a waste of energy and effort. He glanced at the array barrier that was still stable even after being attacked by Chang Sunji and the others. He shook his head. There's no need to waste your energy. This is a top level to array formation. Even a few foundation establishment cultivators won't be able to open it after attacking like you instructed them. When Chang Sunji heard this, he sized up Sanshi and became more serious. He looked doubtful. You know about array formations? Sanshi was slightly surprised. Although this fellow's mouth was full, he seemed to have good perception. He was also smart. He did not doubt but also did not believe him at this moment. A little. If you dare to trick me, you'll definitely die. Chang Sunji snorted. You can't kill me. On the contrary, you'll be the one dying. If he did not consider his family's lives, Sanshi really wanted to kill this fellow now. Are you fooling? Chang Sunji retracted his Dharma artifacts and said coldly. Forget it. I'm not in the mood to argue with you. Hurry up and tell me where to attack. I'm going crazy from holding on. Underground. Sanshi pointed at a spot under the array formation barrier. Here. This is F*King Dirt. Are you sure? Chang Sunji frowned, showing signs of rage. Sanshi. Don't joke around now. Be careful not to lose your life. Sanjia reminded him. Won't we know after attacking it once? Songshi walked over and pulled out his gentleman's sword. The sword was slender and exquisite, like a work of art. He injected the 9 Yang true energy into it. The slender sword shone and immediately turned red. He threw the sword out and stabbed it into the node of the array formation he found. After the hole was pierced, circles of waves appeared near the original soil. Adon could not help but take another look at Songshi. Didn't he only have a little knowledge? Even a specialized array master would not be able to find the key point so easily. Not to mention a self-proclaimed beginner. This is a node of the array formation. Hurry up and break it. A gap will appear in the array formation, Songshi said calmly. At this moment, he was a little puzzled. How could such a large-scale array formation be set up under the nose of the Demon Slayer's division? Could there be a traitor in their midst? Or was the person who set up the array formation outside of the formation? If that was the case, there would definitely be someone guarding the array outside. After breaking through this place, Chang Sunji was skeptical. He activated the Furnace Dharma artifacts and struck the spot where the Gentleman's Sword was inserted. Immediately, the energy waves on the array formation barrier surged violently, clearly distorting. Previously, the three of them had to attack together to have such an effect. But now it has become effective to even do it alone. Every dog has its day, and I suppose today's your day. Chang Sunji snorted and stared at the other two unhappily. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and attack. Are you waiting for death here? Look over there. Adon looked at the front yard in a daze. A pure white sword light cut through the darkness. It was gorgeous and beautiful as it quickly stabbed into the void. John, the sound of sword chimes resounded throughout the world. Sharp sword reverberated, and the sharp sword she seemed to want to break through the 9 heavens. It's Miss Yiling. She activated her sword body spiritual conduit. Perhaps we don't have to break the array anymore. Liang Wan was pleasantly surprised. Sword body spiritual conduit. Songshi looked thoughtfully at the brilliant sword beams constantly breaking through the fog and exclaimed. He had read about this physique in books. It was a very powerful connate physique. Ken was very suitable for cultivating the sword Dao. It was also the kind of physique that was suited to cultivate both immortal and martial arts. No wonder he had a strange feeling just now. Perhaps this physique carried a mysterious aura. No matter how impressive she is, it's impossible for a Qi refinement realm cultivator to break through such an array formation. Not to mention that this old ghost has Dharma treasures. Chang Sunji pursed his lips, as if he was rather jealous of Chen Yiling. He did not seem to have much hope. If Miss Chen can't break it, it will be even harder for us to break it. Adon glanced at Chang Sunji. You only know how to criticize. Is it the fairy lady? She's going to save us again. Song Wan, whose presence was very weak, had an expectant look on his face. On that night, it was the fairy lady who saved their lives. Today, it was again the fairy lady who stood up in a crisis. So it's her. Songshi was deep in thought as he looked at the array formation barrier with bright eyes. Clang. The sword light in the front yard exploded with power, causing the entire array formation to shake. Cracks appeared on the black pot-like barrier, revealing the starry sky outside. At this moment, a huge black and red banner caught up with the sword light and swallowed it. Rumble. The world darkened again and the starry sky disappeared. The hope in everyone's hearts was instantly destroyed. Puchi, Chen Yiling, who was on the ground, spat out blood. Her face was pale and there was a blood stain between her brows. Her body swayed and it seemed like she could fall at any moment. I trying my best, Chen Yiling replied weakly. She reached out to take the healing pills and realized that she had already finished them. This old ghost came prepared. Let's go find Chang Sunji. He still has healing pills. Sakongya tried his best to protect Chen Yiling and retreated to the backyard with Wuxia. I told you I couldn't break it. Damn it. Chang Sunji cursed and spat. We still have to rely on ourselves. The array formation has been shaken and its power has been depleted. If we attack now, the chances of success are higher. Songshi's expression was calm as he pulled out the gentleman's sword. True energy surged into it and he stabbed it down ruthlessly. Crack, as if something was broken. The array formation barrier beside him distorted violently, and one could vaguely see the scene outside. You're actually right. Hurry up. Let's go. Adon hurriedly waved his spear-like Dharma artifacts and stabbed at the node of the array formation. The four of them attacked at the same time. The array formation barrier nearby twisted like waves and became weaker and weaker. Song Shi's eyes lit up. With the help of his array formation knowledge, he was about to achieve the achievement of breaking an array for the first time.